Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is Samuel Burbage. I'm also a minister of my own choosing for the ulc.org connection, so anything I do in any of my videos are to support and bring up our vibes, to manifest, and to do the type of ministry that I've chosen that's different than most ministries have ever been witnessed. Now, I've noticed, and I'm looking at my face and all these different things, that we've been going through constant changes. And what's happening is our body is trying to be in balance and out of balance, and there are different forms of self that are trying to mold with us. And so it's like we're becoming two different distinct, like we're becoming this separated form of self. And I've always had this time where sometimes this eye is droopy and sometimes this eye is not. And I notice these things and I go, what is going on? Like it switches and it does different things. And it just means that your body and your soul is trying to balance itself and deal with things. And for me, I have metal in my back and in my left leg and stuff. So I have a lot of things that I have to try to work through or go through. And with all those different things, I have to rebalance, and it's difficult when you have metal or different things. That's why I wear these. That's why I do sulfico frequency type stuff to rebalance everything. So it doesn't mean that it will happen immediately. It doesn't mean it won't. It'll happen whenever it's best for your highest good, and that's what you want to focus. Anything that's not for your highest good or for others' highest good, you want to bless it away for them, because as you do that for them, you do it for yourself. So it's good to do it regardless of your failures or flaws or what you think is imperfect or not perfect. It's not about perfection. It's about becoming your own perfected self within the flawed situations you deal with, and then mending them and bringing them back to the balanced source of self that is for the highest good. Not what you think others think is the highest good for you or you for them, but what really is the ultimate highest good for all of us. So we all have different requirements or hopes, and so it's all about realizing that and connecting with that, and then it flows to your body and corrects it, and you become impressive. And I already can feel that it's trying right now. And so this is how it works. So first, I'm going to do some sulfico frequencies. This is 417. For those that can't see it, it's there. But yeah, so there we go. So I'm going to do some other ones after that. So this is the first Grayson frequency that I call, and I'm using my giving hand. I'm using the heart mallet, which is the green mallet, middle mallet area. I have the blue one too, and I like both. Actually, let's do that. That's a good idea. There we go. Let's see. No matter what happens, you get this being able to pick yourself up from falling. That's one thing I like about a lot of shows that show that even if you fell, you look like a considered failure or whatever you want to call it, you aren't. You may seem it, you may look it, you may feel it. Others may be pushing to make you look that way or to think that way so that it gets worse rather than better. But it's all about forgiveness. It's all about direction. It's all about healing. And it's all about correction. Unprogram. Now reprogram desired vision, desired outcome. And you just say that to yourself, unprogram. What is not good for my highest good, now bring in my highest good. It's all about balance. It's all about heart. That's what it is. So here we go. 417 is basically facilitates change. It's also the one that connects with healing toxins and all of that. In every video from now on, I'm gonna start with these. I might end with them too, but I'll at least start with them, just so that we can get the balance in every video to be what it needs to be. If you want videos without commentary with just the tones, you can go look in my playlist or ask me where to find it, and I can repost it in comments or to you individually if you want to find where it is. I have a lot that I share. All of it resonated with me at one time or another. Why do I do green and blue together? Because green and blue is the color of what I've heard Christ's eyes are closest to, or one of the closest. And some say it's brown and other, but it's really a combination of earth, water, and air. So it's got all the elements as the one Christ conscious connection self. So if you're only seeing one version of the self, then you're only seeing one version of here's the way to look at it. It's if anybody has seen, and I don't remember if the exact name of it, but it's called the something planet, where is it Captain Planet or something? I think it's called Captain Planet. So you have the different rings that do the different energies, and if you only use two of them, they'll only connect with that version of Captain Planet. But if you do all of them, you connect all of the chakra connections of Captain Planet, and it's a full Captain Planet, right? So if you're only seeing a higher self with brown eyes or different color eyes and not the multi, you're only talking to that version of connection within their heart that they are, the abundance or ground connection. And so if you see blue and green, you're seeing the heart, and you can see this in the singing bowls and other stuff, or you'll see a lot of green and blue turquoise color, and it will be like your throat and nose connection to the heart connection. It'll be these two colors usually, which would be between the throat and the heart, which is a powerful one, and that's the chakra level area, and that's the throat is the speech to speaking it, and then feeling it, and then speak feelings creation. That's what Christ always did. He always spoke with his feelings of healing and connection, but then he connected with a field connection, which is the golden grid connection too. So he had that also. So he had the different essence of the elements, air, fire, water, all of that. He was connected to it all. And if you don't believe it, he did a lot of miracles with all of those different elements. He was even tempted to do it with the earth element and chose not too many times, but he did do some. And so same with old prophets and others. So really the inner connection is the speaking, feeling, creating, and reacting it into being, knowing that it already is, and then it shall be, and then balancing your vibrations to do that. So 528, I'll do that again here. Just giving you some information as we do these. But then I wanted to go into what I'm really going to do after we do the pendulum wishing as well. Yes, we're going to do that. We're going to do the pendulum blessing. One of them has the oil in it, the abundance oil and other stuff, so frankincense and other citrine and orange and citrus and different thing, oil, the natural organic oil, and it's been blessed. It's high vibed ones. So it was law of attraction, other blessed, Reiki blessing to the oil, and some of it, and it wasn't by me, it was from someone who actually does it, a company that does it, or connection, and then other spiritual connections. So it's all that oil connected as one. So it's like all the different belief positive vibrations there is. So it has it all as one rather than the separate. Just like Captain Planet, you need all of the connections, not just some religious affiliations. All of the positive vibrational focuses, so all are individually part of the oil. And that's what I do. I like to mix it all. I like it all together so that everybody's taken care of, not just a few. It's just one group or another. It's got to be everyone. Everybody's got to balance and mend. It's kind of like when you have a piece of your leg and another piece of your leg and another other area that's damaged. All those areas are damaged. Do you only want to heal one of those damaged areas, or do you want to heal all of them? You heal one, and then you're like, oh, I don't feel hurt in this other. It hurts more here, so we'll heal this first. And then this other, you start recognizing that it's hurting, and you're like, oh, crap, now this is hurting. What do I do now? Well, now you got to focus on that. Well, so you want to heal all of it. When it's all healed at once, you'll be like, what? That's what Christ did. He healed everything. He forgave sin and healed. He did all of that. All the balancing of what the individual felt they needed. So 528 is repair DNA. It is the miracle frequency. It's repair miracle is what it is, or DNA miracle. That's what it is. 528. Try to show it to you. I'm trying to do this fast because I don't want to waste time doing this. I might have to do another video if I have on this. With things like this is okay because it needs to be done. And do it the way you feel you need to do it. If I'm not doing it the way that you think it should be done for you or for others, how about you add and start doing it as I'm doing it? Start blessing my way of doing it, that it will help others with your collective energy with me. That's how this works, is you need that balance. You need that forgiveness. You need to put judgments and doubts aside of me and my doubts that I may have of me or you or all of us, and then forgive us all and bless us all. It's balancing. We want to mend all the fences and issues and situations. We want to heal it all, not just bandage it, not just cover it up, not just mask it, but bless it, actually mend it, actually heal it. Not fake healing or controlled healing, but it's got to be collective, individualized acceptance for their individual knowing of what matters to them and what is really going on that you may not know is going on with them, even if you think you do. There's that. So this is 432. This is Nature Tone, one of my favorites. Nature Tone, Miracle Nature Tone is a very powerful one. It's supposed to be the 369 connection Miracle Tone, is what some say, and 528 is supposed to be the comparable one. So both of them are kind of there. I noticed that if you add up each number to a single digit for each frequency, 417 adds up to 3 when you add it up to one single number. So you do 7 plus 1 is 8, then 8 plus 4 is what? It's 12. So 2 plus 1 is 3. So you got 12 there. Then when you have 528 added, you got 14, and so you want to take or something like or say, I think it's 528. Excuse me, I'm thinking of 628 for a second. So 528. So you got 8, 10, and then you do 10 plus. Or I was thinking 328, or something similar. So 528 would be 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15, and then 15 is 5 plus 1 is 6. So you got 417 makes 12, then it makes 3. Then you got 528 makes 15, because you get the 10 and then you get the 15, which makes 6. So you go 12, 15, and then you got the next one here, which is 432, would make what? 4 plus 3 is 9. So it adds up to 9. So you got the 369. So we just did the 369. Now we're going to go higher. Now what's next? What's after the 369? Well, you can go to the middle, which is the next one would be 639, but then we go up above that, and that's the balance grace frequency, I call it, because it's one in itself. And then you have 741 goes back to the 417, and that adds up to the 12, which adds up to 3, and then you get the 852, same thing, goes to the other, but then there's a new one that is 963, which is the highest, which is light spirit. So here we go. Let's do this. Just giving you the breakdown again. This just helps newcomers. You can look at the other ones, but sometimes people don't want to look at new ones. Old ones. They want to look at the newer ones, which is what I do a lot. I like to look at the more up-to-date ones. But the older ones give information on the newer ones. But it's good to stay with the new where we're at now, because we're moving forward. Never moving backwards, but backwards sometimes can help with the forward info. Which is irritating, and I'm with you. It's irritating to have to go backwards to see stuff. But for me, it's like, I don't want the tones. I don't want the commentary. Okay, well, here, I made some without commentary in the past you can go for that do all of it. But I'm going to do some now. So 741 awakens higher intuition. Even if I'm talking, the frequency is still there. You're hearing frequencies all the time when you're watching television and shows and stuff and hearing the music and stuff. They're using 440 hertz all the time in the background as they do the commentary and the talking and the stuff. You're being hit by that all the time. So even if you don't think you hear it or don't know what's going on, you are. So it doesn't matter if there's words there. The frequency is still hitting you and you're still feeling it, even with the word vibrations that are being told to you. But I'm using my heart when I speak with my words. Even if it doesn't seem like it, I am. Because I'm being honest and I'm being authentic and I'm being open and I'm healing and I'm noticing my flaws and my strengths and I'm balancing them and I'm helping them and I'm living through them. I'm going, not just living through them, I'm lifing through them. I'm balancing them. I'm creating the balance within me and for you and others that desire. Now, when I'm around different neighbors and stuff and different people, I keep my distance from their energy connections because we don't always fit, and some get confused because they're like, oh, he hates my daughter, he hates this thing about me, or he hates that about me. I'm like, no, I actually don't. I just have to keep my distance because of random energies that me and you seem to have issues happening around each other because they want to do their life a certain way and they react and they have needs that they need to take care of that they know and that they brought up many times. And it's just sometimes our wavelengths just don't match because I'm at a different level of vibration than they are based on I've learned to balance myself for my needs. And sometimes it doesn't mean that they're not balanced. It just means they need their people to be with them and to balance them out. And I need to have what I need to balance me out. And we just don't always fit, but we may be similar, but we just need our space from each other. And they may think, oh, you hate my dog. No, I love your dog. I think your dog's great. I just have to be careful because sometimes the individual can't control their dog and they don't know that control, even if the dog is nice, if it's a type of breed, it will jump and whatever, and it could, and it may want to be there, but it's just intense, and us empaths, we take a lot of that blunt energy that's just random, and others get confused at our empathic nature, and it's just, we have to take things as we need to take them in our timing and comforts. Doesn't mean we hate others. It confuses others, and they think we hate them, and so they try to think we're tattling on them, or they tattle on us, and so we have to tattle to protect ourselves or whatever for our partner. And we don't do that. We don't want to do that. Empaths never like doing that. We only do certain things if we feel like we have to do to protect ourselves, but then we always stand up for them and us. We don't want people to have problems. We don't want them to lose their place or lose their pets or lose our freedoms and our needs. We just need to both be in a different balance area, and we need to find our different directions. Well, the split is happening right now. We are shifting into different groups. So this frequency, the reason why I brought that up, is this frequency will connect you with your proper soul tribe, your proper soul balance group, so that you'll have more of them to protect you, and they'll have more to protect them. People are like, oh, when someone's listening to this affects me because they're listening, and now it's going to mess me up. No, it won't mess you up. This will help you. This will balance you. This will help your direction, and it will help my direction, and it may go a different way. It may come back to the same way. It's going to balance our needs. So the frequencies help us all. That's what's so great about the self-ego frequencies. They're not only this person, only that person. It's balancing whoever listens, whoever feels it, whoever feels the tone, hears it, everybody. And I'm using the giving hand, so it's helping all of us that listen. And I listen to this too, so it helps me. It comes back to me. It goes to you. It goes to everybody. It's a pay it forward focus, okay? In a good, positive focus of it, not the bad way. And if anything happens bad, we go on to our next journey, and we're okay, even though it's hard to say. So I love 852 because it really is powerful, and it does waken up the soul tribe of others that are there, that finally find us or have always been there and just didn't connect with us, and it connects. But 963 connects it all, and it goes higher and gets us into a higher. I love this. I listen to this a lot. It really boosts you higher. It gets you to get back to your highest self connection. Sometimes the frequencies throw us off, and it throws us off, gets us back, and then we get tricksters to try to bring us down again, and we choose to do certain things that we then wonder whether it's bringing us down or if it hasn't. It confuses us, really. But so we just need to get back to where we were or higher, and it's okay. We're always going to go higher progressing than we were before. If we go down only a smidge, not from what we were before that, but we keep getting higher and higher and higher. How we're rebalancing back to our ultimate need to be where we need to be. So that's 963. 963 is for connecting with light and spirit, body connection. And spirit is ego, but ego is also spirit. There is no difference. Ego is spirit. Spirit is ego. Ego thinks it exists, but it really doesn't. It is spirit manifesting in an egotistical labeling form, which doesn't exist. It thinks it's separate from spirit, but it really is the same thing. Once you realize that they're this one and the same and not different, then you balance, or you recognize the connection. And yes, it confuses you because you want to be confused. But if you don't want to be confused, you won't be anymore. You'll start to get less confused. It doesn't mean you won't be confused. You'll get less confused. You'll get more answers, more heartfelt, because you're looking for it. You're feeling it. You're balancing it all. So mind, body, spirit is exercise to the degree of what you are comfortable doing, and balance your needs and health, and then go from there. So that's how that works. Here's this. Now, I've already dipped these in water, and I've also did some really cool stuff. I had them roll over with both sides, this and this. I had them roll over. So let's do it in the giving hand. Roll over in over all those Sofrigo frequency tuning forks before this video. So there we go. So let's do this, and I'll have to do maybe another video. So we're going to go counterclockwise first. Why am I doing that? Because we want to clear both sides, okay? So we're going to go lowest first and then right next. So left is the beta state connection. We're going to clear that up. We're going to heal that up. So this is a new technique that I'm doing that I felt inspired to. And if you think that something else needs to be done, then do your own. I'm doing this. Remember, there's oil within this thing. And it's powerful. It's balanced. And it's been blessed by many. And I blessed it too. And the Tibetan bowl itself was blessed by many. And I did the frequency and then dipped it in the water after the frequency. Hitting it and circling it. Circled it, then hit it. And then it went in the water. And then these went in the water. Both tips. So there we go. So let's do this. So I'm doing counterclockwise. Bless. Clear all desired outcomes. And bless all outcomes desired. Individually by all watching it. Individually to the collective field. From my heart inside and field and biofield around me and all around us. And blessings that others are doing now to help this happen. In their way of what they think needs to be said and done. And bless it, bless, 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 bless. Now. Heart, 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 heart. Christ, 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 Christ. Bless. Whatever they feel is needed to say. Pick your words and phrases and feelings and connections and angels and all sorts of frequency connections. Bless it. Do it all. Even if you have to rewatch. So there we go. Now, if you like and subscribe, it helps me be able to make more videos or to support or to keep my videos going like I want to. Because this is my own personal journal story and healings that I do for me. Because it helps me and it helps you. It's for my healing and for others. It's for all of us. I want to be able to do it. Because by sharing with others, it boosts my morale and it boosts yours and it helps all and blesses all equally. We want positive, forgive negative, bless all, but push away any of those and keep the positive around. I don't mean push, mend all of the negative. If we aren't perfect at doing it, it's not about perfection, it's about doing what we feel is comfortable for us. There we go. So I'm going to circle it, and I'm going to circle it back around. So I want to go side to side. Not circle to circle right now, it's still circling. When it goes left to right, or right to left, and up and down is usually what I like at first. But left and right is important too. Then it means all our wishes are granted. Oh, look at that. See, it's done. All our desires, focuses that we want, the funds, everything is provided. Oh. And the mending. Thank you, pendulum. Thank you, oil. Thank you, everything. Thank you, water. Thank you, that. I bless you, love you. Now, I also said I love you to the water and stuff before I did it too, or as I did it and with it. And so it's all loved. Everything's loved. Everything's blessed. If you forgot to do that when you water plants or do anything, forgive yourself. You're okay. You already did. You said you loved the flowers, right? So even if you water the flowers, you bless the flowers. You did the same with animals and creatures and everything. You're loved. Sometimes we beat ourselves down so much because of others beating us around us, the energies, that we just get so affected from the world and the realm and the matrix system we're in and the program simulation that we're all a part of, whatever it is, whether it's a simulation or a spiritual simulation or whatever, or a training program or whatever, we are part of a connection. And that connection matters. We want to heal and mend all the connections so that everything that is can finally be their highest good. So let's bless that now. So I'm going to do it with the giving hand. I did a little bit with the right hand just so that I can add my own connection with it for me too and for you. Okay, here we go. So let's do it. So now I'm doing it the other side. I'm doing clockwise to the right. I'm touching the tip of it. I'm letting it decide. And I'm saying I love and bless, and I'm thinking it, feeling it. Not just saying it out loud, I'm saying it in my heart. feelings and everything. It's always constant. I've learned to do that constantly all the time in every life experience, even the tough times, if any, or irritating times. I have to forgive, and then I cry, and then I do whatever I need to do to balance. If I made any mistakes or feelings that... And I've learned that I can connect to myself or calm myself better as I breathe deep as much as I can and are comfortable doing. Look at that. Our wish has been granted. Now it's still trying to decide. Okay, let's balance. Sometimes you have to balance your hand to the square, they call it. Many different religions. And then it works. Doing both. Whatever way you think it needs to go. It listens to my intentions. Okay, we're good. It did it both. Okay, it ended with the left and right, so that's good. One more. This is a powerful one. This is rose quartz. This also has been rung through and it has both sides. This is powerful. This is supposed to balance relationships. We'll go counterclockwise to heal that, and then we're going to go clockwise. So you got to do the yin and yang connection, okay? So balancing both sides. So it's going to go that way, and then it's got to go the other. It's got to go whatever way you feel is needed. Forward is always usually clockwise is how people look at it, but sometimes going backwards is going forward as well. So we're going to do that first to clear out whatever was in the past, and then we can go on to the future. Blessed that we have funds, financial needs, all that stuff for our family, friends, and all are blessed for health, wealth, happiness. Now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Will you do this for me, please? Thank you. Look how fast that was. This one is really connected with me. And it's always reaching out to me, so it does it immediately faster than any other does. Last time this pendulum did it really fast. It's because I had some of the oil on me too, and it still is, but this is more part of my soul. Now let's go the other way. So this one is a friend of mine, and so is the other one. It's a new friend, the copper is. I wear copper socks and stuff all the time, so it connects too. Blessed we have abundance, health, wealth, happiness in all areas for all time, lifetimes that are, is, or shall be, if any.